Welcome to Trini Ting, where we sit down with visionaries and voices who shape the spirit of Trinidad and Tobago. In part 2 of our 3-part chat with Terrance BJ Marcelle, BJ opens up about pre-performance rituals and how his arranging style adapts to the unique character of each band. Among other things, he shares his thoughts on legacy beyond competition wins and reveals the Panorama arrangements he most admires. Describe for us an unusual pre-performance ritual or superstition that you witnessed or you practice personally, something that you think, superstition say I must do this before we go on stage, or you have anything like that?
Well, the only thing before I go on stage, I like to say the Our Father prayer and the Lord is my shepherd. Them is the two prayers I like to say before I go on stage, but I don't have nothing really superstition.
So you just look to the Lord and...
The Lord, I pray to the Lord.
Nice.
Yeah, son.
Very nice. You've arranged for bands in each of the Panorama categories. So you had, single band, small, medium, large. Do you have a standard arranging style, or do you match your arranging style to the vibe of each band?
When you come to big band, there's a difference to the single band, the small band, and the medium.
Right.
I just always say the music I doing for large band is Broadway music. Like when you're outside you're outside in the States, Broadway.
Right.
That's big band music, Broadway.
Right.
So I just always class myself as I doing Broadway music because single band is jam. Right? Small band is jam. Right? Medium is jam and a little music. When you reach to the large, it's the way you have to follow. And the way you have to follow. And I don't find it should bring single band or small band into the large band.
So you keep it based on the category and the band itself.
Right, because sometimes you hear people say, boy, that band sound like a big pan wrong neck, boy. Kind of music to play, that big single band.
Right. Some what ifs, If you were stranded on an island and could only have one steel pan instrument, which one would it be?
The double second.
Double second, why?
Well, I like to solo and double second, although, a solo and any pan guitar. Double second, the solo and pull a little chords and, you go song more heavier, more rich with the solos with the little chords. Right? So I double second.
Nice, man. That come out easy there, but that's easy to pick. What would you like future generations to remember about your contribution to steel pan music? Besides the Panorama victories, what do you want them to remember about BJ?
About BJ?
Yeah.
I want them to remember the kind of person I is, man. Especially the youths and them that are raging right now. Right? Yeah. Youths and them are raging right now because I don't listen to all of them.
Yeah. And
when I hear something good from them, I would have remember. When I hear something that I don't know you, I as a arranger, senior arranger, I will find your number and call you and say, hey, this is BJ Marcelle here. I like that piece of music you put out. Keep it up, you have potential. You understand? Them youths and them can tell you that I just call all at these youths and them when I hear something good with them. And they can tell you that.
You mentioned that, and are there any particular names you want to call and people that you think, I don't want to say the next BJ, but certainly the up-and-comings,
Well, I wouldn't want them to be the next BJ because styling. I want them to have their own identity. As I was in a class yesterday, everybody grew up liking somebody, but you will have something from real life, but then try to create your own vibes.
Yeah.
It have arranger named Sean McCannell. The Billy Panorama, he's a little youth man. If he get a chance, would be nice. I don't deal with a lot of them, man and white. Right? This fellas probably we talk to one another every day. Shaquille Flowo Forbes the same. I'm telling you. He's one I grooming. Right? He's one in the camp grooming. But it have plenty arrangers, but I think this fella named Aaron, I think he done by Power Stars. Right? This fella music real nice. And like when Lil Manny qualified, I'll call Aaron and say, boy, you don't get no hands, but you just keep up with what you doing. Because that was the same thing with BJ. When everybody was in one. Remember the Panorama was in one?
Right.
I did fighting up with them. And when I make a semis, good for me, you know. I'm really glad because I used to make semi-final most of the time. I'm glad for that. I know how it does feel when you're doing music and you ain't make. I always call youths and them, I keep on fighting. You like it, you go reach there one of these days.
When you were coming up, was there somebody that did the same for you?
When I coming up, well, you used to hear people saying, you could be a good arranger. My brothers and them always there for me. You go find every Panorama, them coming in the band and them why I doing and helping me out and all them kind of thing. But they always pushing me, my mother who died always pushing me. You understand? She always sit down by the radio, if there are no TV, sit down, listening to me in the films, wherever, you know. Don't think nothing terrible, you go get there, you have that potential. It takes me a little while, but you know, I stick with it.
What arrangement by another Panorama arranger do you secretly wish you had created, and what makes it special to you? I know this is a kind of funny question to ask a arranger, but yeah.
Well, boy, Booksy.
Which one of the arrangements?
Birthday Party. He has so much of it.
Yeah.
Play one for Brad. This one is for you, Bradley.
Right.
That's why I say Booksy. Hope the arrangers don't get vexed with me because
Why everybody entitled to their opinion, you know?
Yeah, because I'm a Booksy fan too.
Nice. Well, the fact that Birthday Party jumped to the top there just off the bat,
right.
I'll tell you something. Eh? Which 3 Panorama performances would you induct into a Steel Pan Hall of Fame?
Well, you say woman at the base, we don't know that. That's smooth.
Right.
You know that, right? As I say, Booksy with Birthday Party, I love the Birthday Party. I love all this song.
But you like Birthday Party.
Birthday Party.
One more.
Jet Pan in a minor.
Aye. Nice.
And it's more enough.
I know that. I only giving you 3 though.
You only gave me 3? Must put throw with a fan by storm by. Must put in that.
So, well, these days everybody tying, so that could tie with somebody. And again, coming back into the same thing, although it may relate to the last question. Give me your arranger dream team, top 3 arrangers.
Top 3 arrangers. Talking about present or we talking about
anything, wherever in the arranger universe, whether they're dead or alive. Give me a top 3.
Well, Bradley is one. As I say, Booksy. Right? You see, you're making me all this pain in a phone. So as I say,
it's good. You went 2 still, eh?
Eh?
You give me Bradley, you give me Booksy.
Right.
Jet.
And you see, Ray Hallman for sweetness and chords. Nice.
I can give you the 4th one. I can
Right.
give you that 4th.
Because Ray Hallman, he's a man real sweet and real chords. Right.
Nice. I mean, the reason we're doing this interview today is because I know you had to travel. Right? So let me catch you quick before you go.
Right.
So you work internationally. how do the cultural differences, when you cross the ocean, how does that affect or influence your arranging approach to working with the bands across there?
Well, some of the bands and them you meet, the players and them.
Right.
Some of them can't take away what they give them. Right? But the best players and them I meet is in New York. Mm-hmm. Right? Because remember I have 5 wins in New York.
Yes.
I have 4 with Rados. That's the first band I arranged for in New York. And just recently, I went across by Metro. First year I come first with them and second last year. But New York are good players, right? My experience like in St. Lucia, Pantimes, they had real good players, but now it's a set of youths.
Right.
And dealing with same thing in St. Vincent.
Yeah.
You understand? Most likely that's the challenge something.
So it's not so much the cultural differences, but really the standard or the skill level of the players when they go across there. That is what influences you.
But the culture difference too is they play their own songs. You can't go in St. Lucia and play a song from Trinidad.
Uh-huh.
Right. You can't go St. Vincent and play a song from Trinidad.
Right.
You have to play a song from there. Right?
So you need to familiarize yourself with their music.
With their music.
Right. And then
yeah.
And do you find that difficult?
Well, St. Vincent, it ain't too hard in St. Vincent because remember, we are accustomed to Beckett. We are accustomed to, you know, these guys and them who sing. Their music played on here. Right. The music in St. Lucia ain't played on here. Them and all that's find it hard to get a song to play for Panorama.
Okay.
Yeah, because they have music like that here. Yeah, that's what I say.